Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? You see, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? Do you love seeing that like taco right there, that little Sarah Ball taco? I love seeing that right there now. Sarah Ball, Melissa Jones, Shaka Dyson's over there, Don Sankey and Kelly. I love it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can always tell when Facebook isn't sending out people's notifications and all of those things here on the show. It's so interesting, the dynamics of just, doing a live show on Facebook. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm so glad you're here. Those of you that have hopped right in already, and those of you that are watching later on replay, I am so thankful that you're here. Today is Tuesday, July 14th. That's right. Yeah, Emily Galler said she keeps getting kicked out. Yeah, it's just the strangest thing. And at some point, we're going to have to take this show off of this particular platform because they have so much control in their algorithms and so on and so forth that there's a lot of things just out of our control. If they don't want you to see the content, they're not going to let you see the content, and they will kick you out. They will frustrate you. They won't give you notifications even though you're signed up for it. All of those things won't let you share, won't let you comment, so on and so forth. So it's just an interesting battle that we have to constantly deal with. But luckily for me anyway, and hopefully you would feel luckily for you, the overall mission, the overall goal, the overall target, the overall impact that we intend to have with Hashtag Rise and Grind, that overall vision ultimately puts it to where it's like, I don't care. We're going to keep showing up every single day, no matter what. We're going to keep showing up. A couple weeks ago, episodes were getting 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 views. Facebook was allowing that. Last week, it was like 700, 800, 900 views. Hey, whatever. I'm still going to show up because it's not about that. It's all about me and you connecting directly. That's what it's about. It's not about views or any of those other things. And so we'll ultimately get it figured out, whatever we got to do. But just know I'm going to be here, and I hope you'll join me every single day too. Speaking of that, welcome to episode 656 of Hashtag Rise and Grind, if you can believe that. 656 crazy episodes of this crazy morning show. On January 6th of 2018, we had episode 1, and it wasn't long before we ultimately realized that, we had something special when it came down to Hashtag Rise and Grind. And we realized quickly that God could ultimately use this platform. Oh, that camera's interesting. God could ultimately use this platform to make a difference, right? To make a difference in a lot of people's lives all across the planet. And so once we realized the impact that it could have and that God was going to bless our show and allow us to reach and expand. Once we realized that, all we had to do at that point is we then had to take what we had, what we've been given, we had to take that and develop it with the mindset of both a business and a ministry, right? We had to develop it with the mindset of both, which in reality, they're both very, very similar, right? Like they both serve people. That's the purpose of them. And so by adding a financial element to hashtag Rise and Grind, by looking at it kind of like from a business and how can we expand that, by adding a financial element to that, Rise and Grind has been able to serve like tens of thousands of people all around the world. You know, we've been able to serve from like stages, right? Doing things, stages, big events, conferences, things like that. We've been able to serve as far as gear, creating hashtag Rise and Grind gear for our incredible members like Miss Carrie here, who's just amazing, right? To financial relief for members of our group that have struggled or have gone through things, battled cancer, disease, so on and so forth. It's allowed us, by adding a financial element, it's allowed us to really make a global impact, where we ended up raising $400,000 to fight human sex trafficking and child trafficking around the world. It's also allowed us to create some educational platforms that have given us an opportunity to draw in and collaborate with different courses and be able to educate people that way. It's also allowed us to have like some online live courses like the goalkeepers that we do January of every year. And really, like, specifically the financial element of it. Thanks for the stars, Emily Galler. That's amazing. Also, the financial element, it's allowed us to have an amazing studio like this, right? We got an awesome studio. It's beautiful. We have quality production. We've got incredible like sound, superior lighting, I might say. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but my lighting is pretty darn good here at the hashtag Rise and Grind studio, right? But it's allowed us to do all of these things, right? All of these things that cost money. Every single one of them. They cost money. Stages, conferences, events. Thank you, John Paul Guidry. Gear. Being able to reach out and help others in financial need. Attacking human sex trafficking. Building university platforms. Creating courses. The studio. All of it. Money. It all costs money. So listen, this week I'm going to talk to you about this book, right, called Think and Grow Rich, a book written by Napoleon Hill after he studied the most successful people during the Industrial Revolution. He spent decades studying them, put it all together in this book called Think and Grow Rich. And ultimately, he came down to the fact that there are 13 overall principles of all successful people. Sandra Benstock just dropped 1,000 stars on us. Great to see you, Sandra. Thank you. It's amazing. You guys are incredible. These 13 principles that start with desire. The principle of desire comes down to one simple thing. How bad do you want it? And we talked about that yesterday. We talked about this desire aspect. But today we're going to dive into 4 other principles. That desire, though, that burning desire, that's what keeps us here. That's why I show up every single day, right? That's why I show up. Sometimes I've showed up a couple minutes late. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. Sometimes Facebook won't let people see our stuff. Sometimes it's a roller coaster. Sometimes I'm tired, but guess what? I'm here because I have this burning desire to make a global impact, to help people rise every single day with intention and purpose so that they can evolve into the best versions of themselves that they can possibly be, so they can go out and make an impact on the planet, and we can do it together. Fair enough? Let's dance. Let's go. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. I'm not playing. I'm battling with Zuck. The Zuck. We're in this battle, and sometimes he doesn't want people to see this stuff. He doesn't want people to be motivated or inspired or encouraged. There's some other agendas going on. So I need your help to push through. Push that share button. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, especially you replay viewers. There's a lot more replay viewers than there are live viewers. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Hit it. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you. I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Thank you, Sandra Benstock. Great to see you. What's up, Emily Wilmot? Great to see you this morning. How you doing, Cindy Conley? Brad Smith, my man. Oh, where'd it go? I just lost everything. Angie Ruffer, my man. Melvin Rodriguez. Tracy Shepard. What's up, Michelle Davis? How you doing, Terry Collins? Great to see you. John Paul Guidry. Share if you care. That's right. Tell him, John Paul. You know what's up. What's up, Don Sankey? Whitney Wells is in the house. Susan Rose. How you doing, Sean Woodworth? Jeff Baker. Nathaniel Banks. Pam Biddle. Don Sankey. Emily Gowler, of course. Whether she's getting kicked out or not, she comes back. What's up, Casey Rossiter? How are you, sir? I hope you enjoyed your trip to Tampa recently. How you doing, Eddie Brown? What's up, John Coltonborn? We got Gail Beecraft in here. Rick Tamburino. Heather Fox. Hi, Heather. You just got like your third vehicle or something, didn't you? Like a BMW motorcycle or something? You're amazing. I want to hear Tony Tito Washington. Tony with the keys. Emily, I can't play it because it's copyrighted. If I play it, they shut us down. That's why I can't play it. What's up, Brian? It's our own song, and they shut us down. What's up, Linda LeBons? How you doing, Liza Myers-Borges? Time to run. Girl, I got that 10-minute mile in yesterday. I'm going out there again today. Wish me luck. I'm going out again today. What's up, Valerie Christine? How you doing, Mike Brockway? Vicky Everett, Nell Griego. Paige Darby is up in here. How you doing? Already said your name. I see you trying to sneak in here twice. Keith Hamilton. Boom. My man, Keith Hamilton, is up in the house. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's up, Bruce Pulver, Suzanne Waugh, shared, Leisha Watts. Look, everybody's sharing it out. Is Sean Hayes at work yet? I don't know. Stacy Calzada, great to see you this morning. Everybody's up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. I love it. Listen, in the Napoleon Hill Classic, Think and Grow Rich, he lays out 13 principles for success. The first of 13 being desire. With enough desire, there is no goal that can't be achieved. Today, we're going to list out and break down the next 4. We're going to break down the next 4: faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, and imagination. But first, my friend, Heather Parody.
Good morning, Rise and Grind. My name is Heather Parody, and I'm so excited to see you this morning. Today is going to be such a great day. And today is a great day to talk about the power of your mind. Think and grow rich. Yes, there's a reason why I am sharing this video with some amazing cookies and crunch, something like that. Having kids is a blessing, y'all. Such a blessing. You know why? Because it reminds you of your childhood and things that mattered in your childhood, like Cookie Crunch. Y'all remember these things? They're not the best for you, but they make life so much better. What does this have to do with think? I couldn't help it. I'm only human, y'all. Think and Grow Rich. The power of your mind. You know, Glenn sent me a text. Shh, don't tell him I said this. Glenn sent me a text and he said, hey, so we're going to be doing this topic about the power of your mind. Think and Grow Rich, which is one of my favorite books. I've read it, Napoleon Hill, I don't even know how many times. And I told my husband when Glenn sent me this text, I said, oh, it's about like neuroplasticity. And he said, what? What is neuroplasticity? And it's one of my favorite concepts in psychology. And I'm going to show you real quick. Let me see if I can switch this camera. Boop, boop, boop. So this is so uber duper oversimplified. If you're a scientist, if you're a psychologist, please turn this off and ignore me. But the idea of neuroplasticity is sometimes we have these thoughts over here, right? Like let's say our moms, our dads told us we were stupid, we were never going to amount to anything. Maybe a teacher told us that, maybe a college professor, maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So there's all these words and these thoughts and this affirmed belief around this one thing of worthiness, and it becomes really strong. And so somebody comes along and they're like, just like that. And they're like, don't believe that. You're worth something. You're like, come on, dude. I have all of this evidence, this strong belief system around my unworthiness, around this or that. Neuroplasticity says, cool, yeah, there's this belief. But what can happen is we can chip away from that. We can go, you know what, maybe you are smart. Maybe you do have worth. Maybe you are beautiful. Maybe you do have something worth to say. Maybe your services are worth this. Maybe your life can change. And as you notice, it takes a while. It's one thought at a time. It's one makeup at a time, where slowly this belief starts getting dismantled and this one starts growing a little bit. And that's the idea of neuroplasticity, is there's these neurological connections in our brain that point to one thing. But the cool thing is no matter how strong this may be, things can change, and we can start to slowly rewire our minds. Now that is a very oversimplified version of neuroplasticity, and it's just an excuse for me to eat some of this Cookie Crunch cereal of my children's, don't tell them, this morning. But I hope it gives you some hope this morning that no matter how strong some thoughts and beliefs may be up here, we can slowly start to rewire them through repetition, through surrounding our things like this show, Rise and Grind, and being around this kind of community, and rewiring these behaviors, these thoughts. We can truly become the type of people we know we are deep down. Big hugs to you. We love you so much. Today's going to be a great day, especially a great day to eat some really sugary cereal. Love you guys. Hope you'll have an awesome one. See you soon.
Success principle number 2, faith. Straight up faith. This visualization process, that's a hard word to say. This visualization process, ultimately like a belief that you must cultivate in your mind. Like, in your mind, you must constantly be planting seeds of success until they are inked into your subconscious. You see, all miracles, all great ideas, all of those things come from faith. by definition, ultimately unwavering belief in something. You see, unless you have a knowing in your mind, a knowingness without a doubt, a hands down belief in your success, you'll never achieve it. It's simple as that. You will never achieve it. You see, you need to subconsciously have thoughts of success all the time. Not thoughts of doubt, not fear, not anxieties. Thoughts of like just this belief, I will prevail. I have a belief we will become the number one most watched morning show in the world. I don't care if Facebook tries to get in our way. I don't care if they kick y'all out. I don't care if they don't give you your notifications. I don't care. Because I believe it. I believe it. It's going to happen. What's up, Sean Hayes? So the number 2 success principle when it comes to Think and Grow Rich is you have to have this faith. You have to have this belief, and you have to constantly be continuing to plant seeds of success into your subconscious in order to get crops of positive, powerful thoughts. You are going to have to plant the seeds. You have to feed it. That's how it works. You see, my friend Danelle Delgado, she talks about this champagne tower, right? And if you ever have seen a bunch of champagne glasses and you pour champagne into the top and it bubbles down and it trickles down into all of the different glasses all the way down. When you have negative thoughts, think of that as being like some red dye. If you put a little drop of red dye in the top, it trickles down and it goes into all of the other aspects of your life. Negative thoughts will trickle into all aspects of your life. Can you visualize that for me? Can you see that? So what you have to do in order to keep your thoughts positive and powerful so that you can have a knowingness and a faith is when a negative little red drop of dye goes in there, you have to now drown that out so that it can flush through the whole system and out the other side. How do we do that? We do that by continually putting powerful, positive thoughts into our minds. Ultimately drowning out the negative effects, just like what Heather was showing there, taking those negative thoughts, pulling them out, any doubt or misaligned beliefs, getting rid of those. You see, a positive mind is like fertile soil. It allows faith and belief in oneself, and faith is the starting point of all success. You understand? Success principle number 3. Auto-suggestion. So auto-suggestion is the system that is used to ultimately convert negative thoughts into positive thoughts and ultimately convert things from your just being in your conscious mind to going into your subconscious mind. That's where it's powerful. So successful people understand you have a conscious and a subconscious mind. Both must be tended to at all times. The subconscious can ultimately be programmed through affirmations and reading words aloud with emotion. Here's the key. It has to be with emotion. When you're writing down your gratitude list, it should be with emotion. Reading words to yourself with emotion is powerful. I'm going to share something very personal with you. This is something that I read to myself with emotion to give you an example of the types of words you need to be saying to yourself in order to auto-suggest to get you vibrating at the right frequency so you can attract riches into your life. Are you ready for this? This is very personal. All right. It is time for you to step up, Glenn Lundy. When you are on the gas at just 40%, it can be like other people's 110%. And yet the real magic happens when you go 110. There are books in you that will change the world. There are tens of thousands of dealers that are yet to know your name. There are films and videos in you that the universe will use to inspire you, play an integral role in the future of the auto industry. You are the leader of the automotive world. Millions of humans desperately need what you have to offer. You are an amazing father and a tremendous husband. Keep up the great work. Your wife is special and loves you deeply. Your kids are superhumans and poised for the next revolutionary shift that is undoubtedly on its way. You are creating a legacy that your family, your Father in heaven can both be proud of. You will continue to gain clarity 200 feet at a time. Play checkers, not chess. Allow the universe to be your guide because you are destined for greatness beyond your wildest imagination. These are the words that I say to myself day and night. Auto-suggestion, programming. What you tell yourself over and over, ultimately you will believe. What you tell yourself over and over is ultimately what you will attract to your life. What are you telling yourself? Number 4 principle from Think and Grow Rich. Specialized knowledge. So general knowledge, just knowing a little bit about everything, is not going to get you where you want to go. That's not how you accumulate wealth. Thank you for the stars, Terry LaPierre. That's not how you accumulate wealth. Knowing a little bit about everything simply won't cut it. So Napoleon Hill says, knowledge only generates money when organized and directed towards a specific end. You must acquire specialized knowledge in your area of expertise if you want to ultimately grow and develop wealth. You've got to be a specialist. Like, look at all the pros. Like, if you look at athletes, if you look at the pros, you've got a kicker. What does he do? He kicks. You've got the quarterback. What does he do? Well, ultimately, he throws the ball. He runs the team. He calls the plays. You got an offensive lineman. It's his job to block and create a gap. That's it. He gets paid millions of dollars to block another guy, create a gap. You got people that are, their specialty is tackling. Their specialty might be catching a football. You have to be a specialist. When you become a specialist, you get paid. That's how it works. I'm a specialist in the automotive industry. I get paid. People pay me to come in with knowledge that they don't know. And that's the thing about this whole concept of specialized knowledge. If you don't have it, go out and get it. Hire somebody that does. Surround yourself with people that do. Next week, we're going to have an incredible episodes of Hashtag Rise and Grind, by the way. We're doing all collaborations. It's going to be all panels. People that have been, it's going to be amazing next week. Do not miss any episodes next week, right? But if you don't have specialized knowledge right now, go out and get it. You must be a specific expert in your area if you truly want to accumulate wealth and riches. Don't just have general knowledge. Get focused and laser with an end in mind. What is the end? What is the goal? What is the target? I'm running a little bit over. I apologize. Number 5, the fifth principle from Think and Grow Rich is you must use and have an imagination. It's really simple. In your imagination, there are no limits. You see, there are 2 types of imagination. There's synthetic imagination and there's creative imagination. Synthetic imagination takes existing existing concepts that already exist, and it just kind of figures out how can we reshape them, how can we remodel them, so on and so forth. Now, creative imagination is driven by like a hunch or an inspiration. Your creative imagination is where new ideas come from. Ideas ultimately are the starting point of all fortunes. Do you understand that? All fortunes, everything that's ever come to be, everything that exists, all wealth, all of it stemmed from an idea. So we have to use our imagination and allow our creative juices to flow. You have to create space, quiet space for your mind and for yourself You have to create areas where you can simply think and you can be. This is why people are drawn to the beach and to the ocean, because it causes reflection. It causes thought. And once we have an idea, whether it be a synthetic idea or a creative idea, a synthetic idea where we could enhance and make something better, or a creative idea where we come up with something like brand new that's never existed. Either way, the imagination doesn't have limits. Your day-to-day life has limits. Your work has limits. But your imagination has zero limits. There's no constructs. There's none. There's this thing called gravity in the real world. But there were people that were like, I got an idea that we can fly. Sure, there's there's that gravity thing. I get that. It like pulls you down, but I think we can beat that. At one point there was this guy like Thomas Edison. He had this thought. He's like, you know what? I want to talk to somebody that's not even in the same room as me. Like, I want to have a conversation with somebody who's on the other side of the world. He invented the telephone. It starts as a thought. Using your imagination is one of the biggest keys to becoming rich. And yet we squash it and we squander it so often. Even in our children sometimes. So listen, today, I hope you'll take these 4 principles and start to apply them in your life. Focus on your faith and your belief. What are you telling yourself? Your auto-suggestion, literally, out loud, write down who you want to be. The life you want to live, write it down and speak it with emotion to yourself. Stand in the mirror and confidently say who you are every single day. I hope that you'll learn and train and study to get specialized knowledge in your field so you can become an expert, so you can grow wealth. I hope that you'll do that, and I hope that you'll use your imagination. Because, see, you have to understand something, that you are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God who made everything, made you uniquely. And there are hunches. You're going to get a hunch. You're going to get a tug. There are thoughts and ideas that no one else in the world has ever had. And no one else in the world ever will have. It's just you. That's it. And the decisions you make, whether you decide to act on that or not, whether you continue to plant seeds of positive thoughts or ideas, whether you shrivel back out of anxiety and fear or step forth with confidence and power, it matters. It makes a difference. It makes an impact in your friend's life, in your family's life. You showing up here today, you making a decision to rise and grind, even though people give you grief, even people think you're crazy. That decision has made an impact on me. I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. Thank you. If this is your first time watching hashtag Rise and Grind, thank you. If this is your 100th or 500th time, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you would choose to spend your time with me. It really, really does. I hope you go out there and have an incredible day today. Over the top, amazing, phenomenal, fantastic, best day ever. And then when you come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m., we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have a good day.